ordinary shit. Like murderers and ghosts and cancer on your skin. And not your soul, and what he might do with it. You know, I think about you all the time. In my deep misunderstanding of your life. It says Ohana means family, and family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. What? What's up, everybody? It's me, Golden Freddy. And I'm just gonna throw all my shit on the ground, and we're gonna figure it out later. Because I just have a feeling. Imagine devoting your life to a guy just to shit in his face. They're really raining on Jesus' parade here. What do you want? Hey man, so happy to see you. I thought you were a hater, man. What happened? Didn't you start out hating? Get on the ground. Dude, all my shit is wet. Because of snow. Can the wind stop, fam? I need to buy a tuner at some point. What's this? Oh, this is important, isn't it? Oh, it's just my... When I tried to get a job at FedEx and I went in for the physical. It's my physical. That light scared the hell out of me. You weren't hating? Alright, cool. Yo, if you check the community, my post tab, I posted on that town group page. And what the fuck? Strange animal just made a noise at me. Stop it, strange animal. I don't have time for your noises, man. I gotta clean my car. Alright, here's a nice pair, $300 pair of snow pants I never used. Here's a sock I used to snot in. Eventually we're gonna find my other tripod. Yeah, this blanket is soaked. It smells disgusting. Why is the back here soaked? Oh, you know what it was? I put my car in the car wash and I took the spray and I went and I sprayed that shit. Chat, why did all those nice old ladies lie to the police as soon as I left? That shit really drives me up the fucking road eventually. I even said, when I was talking to the cop, I was in Long Lake. I said, man, I took one look at that lake and I was like, man, that lake sure is long. That's a long lake right there. And he didn't think that was funny at all. I said, I saw that lake and I said, that's a long lake. And his expression was unchanged. Gargoyles. Gargoyles. They're gargoyles. They're inbred. Those are actual inbred lemmings. What happened when it cut? Are you talking about the mid video? Or just at the end there? At the end there, all I said to him, because I think he said, did you kill that buck? And I said, no, 2 years ago, some entity in the forest pinned me to the ground and a bunch of animals came out of the woods and a fox pressed itself against my leg and then a deer went, ah! And it created a ray of light between the deer and it connected to the fox and blocked that entity. But before that entity left, it got angry and showed me an image of a buck head hanging in the corner of my cabin. And the buck was confused about how I felt about that. And I tried to imagine, no, it's a wildlife preserve. I'll border this off and I can feed you every day and it'll be safe. And the buck went, huh, and it hit a tree down. And then everything the thing dissipated. The fox left with all the animals and all the animals went into the woods. But then exactly a year later, somebody gives me this buck head, and I end up hanging it right where the thing told me it was going to be hung. And then I remembered later about that incident. And the guy was just staring at me, and I said, yeah, the craziest thing about me is that I see crap in the woods, and then I talk to Native Americans, and they say, yeah, we see the same stuff. And he went, fair. Chat, I have a bunch of these little birds. This one is left to right, and I keep it in the back, but the one that goes right, I caught that shit. The one that goes right to left, I keep on my dashboard. I got 150 on the dash. Give a fuck if I could crash. Same amount as in my mattress. I remember back when I had shit. Oh, you fell off? That shit was tragic. I bounced back like I made out of elastic. I still spaz when I hear that whip crack. Guess I'm just another smack addict. And I built my own palace out of pallets in the Palisades. Y'all can catch a fade any day. I don't fuck with none of y'all bitches. Y'all is gay. I put my family back in place when they wasn't seeing straight. They got stuck under the rain. I learned how to fly a motherfucking plane. All they do is just complain, you complacent. I loaded up my bases when they locked me in the basement. Freed all these slaves, now I gotta build in spaceships. I pray I never see the day I gotta use this stainless, but I'll do anything so my family can make it. I don't give a fuck about the fame or the critical acclaim. I just do it because I'm everything that everybody ain't, motherfucker. I'm Casey. On my way to greatness. I can smell the hate, but I know that they won't say shit. They can't see me coming, they need LASIK. I don't fuck with none of y'all bum bitches because all of y'all are basic. Bumbleclot, you look a little pressed, boy. I think you need a facelift. I go Super Saiyan when they lock me in the Matrix. And fight every single day. Just to free all of these slaves from demonic, robotic, COVID, symbiotic, MK Ultra, crazy, lazy radio waves. I couldn't wait for y'all to see the diamond that this pressure made. So from now until the end of days, I am something ancient. I only came to break my people from their chains, tell jokes, and get laid, and make my name last as long as my last name. Guarantee you, some old fart somewhere is calling the cops. He can't be happy without paying? Why do I pay taxes? Why do I pay taxes if he could be happy without suffering? Try me, bitch. I got permission to be here. I went through all that effort just to not have any drama. I even went to the thrift store and I bought this blanket for $10. It's got a moose on it somewhere. I don't like hearing noises out there. I got this nice blanket with moose on it. I'm a big body buttonheads with moose. Microwave for today. A wee bit of a microwave for today, laddie. These are donations for the church. Except that blanket I might want, actually. But a lot of this stuff I don't need anymore. We're throwing it all on the ground, and then we're just putting in the bare necessities. And the rest can go to your mom. She's been waiting for my package. Okay. I also got this mountain lion. A fresh pair of socks. That's like gold to me. Oh shit. It looks like I found my handy dandy tripodamus. Optimus Slime. Optimus Crime. Niggas, roll out. Okay. We don't wish that on him. He's a good man. He's gonna lose his car soon. I hope not. I hope that doesn't happen. Chat, do you want to be on the roof looking down, or do you want to be on the tripod over there looking into the vehicle? I have a story of Jesus book, the Gospel of John. Loving servant. This chapter begins a new section in John's Gospel. In chapter 13, Jesus performs an extravagant act of service to his disciples. He washes their feet. His actions here anticipate the humiliation of his bloody cross, by which he will wash their hearts. Why does washing their feet anticipate that he's going to die? Because I just cleaned a bunch of trash for a bunch of pieces of crap. Does that mean I'm going to die? Praise Jeebus. Who goes there? It's just what's going to happen. I don't think anyone wishes that. It's just what's going to... Why would I lose this car, man? How long has your account been in existence? A year ago. Oh, you're just a hater. I can see everything you've ever commented. And you've been here for a while. You've been here for a while, bro. You've been here at least 2 months. Let's get rid of you. Goodbye. You've been watching me for 2 months. Come on, man. Didn't you see those old ladies screaming at me and realize maybe there's something wrong with me? Maybe those old ladies were an archetype for you to recognize what you guys sound like to me in my comment section. You guys look just like those old ladies hiding in that room, talking shit. It's all these pizza crusts in my fucking place. Here, you guys are going to be my eyes. You guys are going to show me what's in here. I still have my computer, by the way. It's just broke. It overheated while I was trading crypto from a park and ride, hooked up to an outlet with an extension cord and Sub-Zero. And now it don't work. But it was very nice. It was like a couple grand. But now it do not work. And I didn't poop on that mattress, no matter what anyone tells you. That's not a poopy stain, okay? I know you want it to be so. You guys hungry? Bugle. You guys want a bugle? You guys hungry for a bugle? Hey, I still have my handy dandy Mouska shovel. Let's get this shit. Get over there. Let's put my computer on the ground, on top of my microwave. You can see why I didn't want to do this in a place where I didn't know anybody. Because what if they make shit up to the police? Wouldn't want that happening, would we, chat? Okay. What is this? It's to strap your mom to the seat. Because she's fat. We'll figure out how that makes sense later. Here's my backpack. Let's see what's in my bag. I haven't got a bag in 2 months. It's got the toothbrush I was looking for. Condoms don't need. And I've got Captain deodorant. And I got hella chargers in this bitch. I just have chargers, condoms, and I've got my native beaded headband with the crow on it. My crow headband. And I've got some power stations, and I've got like 2-year-old water flavorings. And I think this is soap. It smells like soap. Let's put it here and make the air toxic to breathe. Get out of here, man. Okay. Binder can go on the ground. And I don't know, maybe I'll try to leave all this stuff here tomorrow. And then go to the car wash and vacuum all my stuff out. For spring. I could have been in the gym if they weren't so crazy and weird. Come on, man, don't be crazy and weird. I'm already crazy and weird. But I'm not hostile. Unless you poke the bear. Get out of there. Timberland boot. For today. Holy Bible for today. one thing of trash. Oh, there's a cookie over there. Do you see that cookie? There's a cookie over there. Holy shit, I have a cookie. I have a conky. One conky. Faux tonight, get out of here, blanket. I think those are my wheel hubs. So this is probably a tent stove. I have a tent. This is my King Camp quilted cabin tent. I never got a chance to use because everywhere I go they yell at me. Is this your room, bro? Yeah, this is my room for faux tonight. Hey, that's like the Holy Spirit. Okay. Let's try to lock this in place. Let's try to set you up right here. Without any... Leave me alone. Conky. One conky for tonight. Bro, it's 70 degrees out. It's the warmest we've had in March in 45 years, I think it said. It's going to be 73 degrees tomorrow. Even if I lost the car, Demon Hunter says that she has a car for me in West Virginia that they offered. So potentially, once this is fixed, maybe I sell it. Who knows? I'm Jason Statham and my daughter, I'm Liam Neeson. And my daughter keeps getting taken. Every day, it's a new taken. Every day my daughter is taken. I've developed so many sets of skills from my daughter being taken. Except how to prevent my daughter from being taken. I'm on the right path, guys. The coin told me. The coin just informed us that I'm on the right path. Because God can't make mistakes, right? I'm actually going to need your assistance over here, guys. Oh, there's only one of you. Where'd everybody go? I thought we were having fun. I need the light over here. I think it's parasites that anytime I try to do an action, my body suddenly like tries to convince me to not do the action and to lay down and eat instead. Because if I was active, I would be clearing my body of the parasites. Or do you think maybe it's PTSD from like years of being conditioned that if I do an action, it'll result in violence or trauma? So now I'm just afraid to take action in general. Like people in Silicon Valley go to trauma therapy for being rejected as children. And I'm like, I would get stuffed into rooms for days and they would take my food away if I made a joke. If I spoke out of turn. They would just lock me in a room for days and take my family away and say, he's on a care plan. He can't visit with you right now. He's on a care plan. Meanwhile, Nikki just felt like it. Nikki felt like locking me in a room just about the size of this car. Shit. There's a slice of pizza in this bitch. I'll eat it. Fuck it. That's why it smelled like sauce in this bitch. You guys thirsty for windshield wiper wash? You guys hungry for jeans? Now what do I do? Now the only thing left in the car is trash. I know, let's get this trash bag that I just threw on the ground. And let's empty out whatever's in it. Yeah. But if I do it during the day, they're all going to play telephone and cause a lot of drama. That's the problem. Hey, I found a bunch of hefty bags. Are they big hefty bags? I think I bought these 3 days ago. Did I buy the ones I need, or did I get stressed out and buy the wrong ones? Because the people were stomping around and they weren't buying anything, and they were just following me to aisles and they weren't buying anything. It was all about crazy robot shit for my spiritual bandwidth. They were just, they like stomp around and they twitch, and I could feel them trying to magnetize my life force out, and they don't leave until they do. They get in these like dominance games with me. And I'm like, why couldn't I have been born 20 years later when all these people are 60 instead of 40 and still thinking that they're sexually viable? So they're trying to prove it to themselves. What's this? I think this is FedEx saying because of your background check, we couldn't hire you. What's in this? I think this is my Instacart card that they sent me before they told me because of my background check they couldn't hire me. Which I know you don't want to hear it. It really wasn't my fault. I've never been to the Apostolic Lighthouse in Morrisonville, New York. I don't know why I have this. Toothpaste. Oh, sweet. I got an Arizona watermelon. What's this? Service record I don't need because it's covered in honey mustard. Eating a burger with no honey mustard. Eating a burger with no honey mustard. Eating a burger with no honey mustard. I actually ate a burger with honey mustard today. I had McDonald's. And then a cop followed me all the way from Crown Point, New York, to the next town. They followed me through the whole town, man. And I was like, I'm just trying to pull off to eat my McDonald's, man. When will these rich people die? I'm so tired of these rich people. But I mean, meeting their kids are kind of worse. In a lot of ways, the kids are just as bad. I thought that YouTube would have quelled this entitlement and prejudice. in this gun. And then I shoot it. How about them apples? What's this? A bag? What's this? A moldy burrito we're getting rid of. That burrito is 3 months old. Oh, I got Arizona kiwi strawberry. I got citrus soap. It's actually turmeric milk and lemon drop. It's a glow booster, chat. I boost my glow with it. Why are you hindering my glow, fam? I had another queso burrito the whole time. This is the worst trade deal in history. Alright. Deodorant. Native deodorant I got as a gift. And this is moldy prebiotic drink. Smegma wipes. Toothbrush. Material. Bungee. There's my razor. Should I shave tonight? Maybe. Yeah. Shit, I have a light. Shit. Hand warmers I don't need anymore. Because we survived 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, 2026. We'll say this is my 4th winter. My 4th winter officially outside full time. But also 2021 I didn't have heat the whole winter. And I survived by cuddling up with my cat and powering through it. Getting heat from the hallway and the stove. Kunky. I couldn't get the... Demon Hunter got me this tuner. I couldn't get it to work. I put the batteries in it. I just couldn't get it to work. I don't want to clean my car anymore. I want to go for a walk, but every time I go for a walk, when I come back to the car, there's drama. Literally every time I go for a walk. Every time I leave my vehicle, when I come back, somebody's doing something to it. I haven't had a chance to go for a walk yet, and it's been 3 months, because every time I leave the vehicle, people start shit. Every time. I was able to go for a walk once, but when I came back, there were still people looking at, like old people were looking in my car. Sorry I wasn't alive when a down payment on a house was a week's worth of work. Man. Leave me alone, man. I have another tent in here I forgot about. Dude, I vape too much. I'm out of breath from this. I've just been puffing vapes all day for 3 months straight. Are you still in Long Lake? I have left Looney Lake with permission from the cop. And I drove as far as I could away to some other place. But I've met these people before and they're chill with me, but it's not anywhere close to where I was trying to go. But I posted on their town Facebook, and I'm sure they're not going to approve the post. Do you guys think that their behavior was normal and like upstanding and intelligent and mature? Or do you think those people were a bunch of babies that remained in kindergarten for their whole life? God is trying to show you guys, Casey's not as crazy as you think he is. That's all we're going to clean today. This is all we're doing today. We're going to figure it out tomorrow. First thing, the guitar will go in the front seat. The next thing is I want these big boxes and the microwave and everything first. My shoulder. You guys are crazy, it's not me. You're crazy. Get in there. When do you kill my mom? I'm tired of it. Stop watching. Get a fucking light. Cunt. Alright. How about them apples, please? Processing Loon Lake out of me. You guys believe that 50% of my subscribers are women? And like 20% of them are my age. What are you guys doing? Why are you watching me? Why do you guys watch me? Who are you? Okay. Microwave. I think we're good. That's all the big blocky stuff. The rest is just bedding, clothes, and trash. Okay, the bedding. What am I going to do for the bedding? I know the mountain lion blanket is supposed to be blocking people from seeing it. But I think I might use the black velvet the black felt blanket now that I have this nice one. Let's show you this nice one. Hi from India. What up, man? Check out this blanket I got. got trees, and it's got moose on it. I bought it for $10. This is going to be my primary blanket now for the spring. This one, and then this one on top, because I can only sleep if I put a blanket over my head like this. So I need one to breathe. So these two will go over here. And my fresh pair of socks I'm going to put on tomorrow morning. I'm going to put these in the driver's seat. What do I do with all this shit, man? I'm going to have to go back to my shed at some point. I just wanted to get out of that situation. There was a bunch of drama there. I had to leave that drama to go to someplace else looking for something better. Wound up with a bunch of drama. 15 hours of driving today. For me, it'll actually be about 2 hours from you on the other side of the Canadian border. For what, man? Why you be driving, man? It's the second live yesterday. I have to go to bed super early for work on Wednesday nights. Yo, what's up, doggy? What the fuck? I know that feeling is probably PTSD or autism. It's definitely probably both. Definitely a PTSD. I had savant syndrome until they took it out of the DSM. And now I have nothing. But I should probably have some form of autism. Or I'm just a starseed sent from God to clean my car today. I had a brush. I let the interdimensional entities feed me ideas, and now I know a better way to do what I was trying to do. It might be my ancestors, I don't know. Much nicer. Thank you, aliens. I would have never thought of that myself. Okay. These don't work on my windows. Unless I cut them. And I did get scissors so I could take a marker and cut them. Let's fold my clothes. POV. You're watching yourself through a camera. I work for a greenhouse that grows houseplants, so I drive and deliver flower shops all over southern Ontario. That's a sick job, bro. cool as hell. No Mouse, have I done a reading for you? Have I done a life path reading for you? Those readings go crazy. Especially because it's Pisces season. It's like once I collect all the information, I can use the keys and it opens up the universe, and then something from somewhere starts to show me God's plan for the people that I'm reading for. In a better way than I could think of. Once I have it all and I understand and I get into most of it, the way that it amalgamates into the perfection, which was the whole point. That's why I went through all the different systems. That's why I learned about that stuff, because I knew that in the common denominator you'd find it. And once I get the pieces to those things, it's almost like it reveals itself for me. I don't know which blanket I want to lay on. I know it's not going to be this one. This one is too hot. And this one is too slippery. And this is a roll of paper towels. Why don't we lay on the pad, man? Because it's wet. It's moist. Chat, you ever lay on a moist foam mattress in your car? It's not on point fresh tea, if you ask me. I'm an old man, guys. I don't even know what I don't know what this means. When the girls do this, what does this mean? I see them do this now. What does this mean? I was in the woods. I was in basically a coma, and then I was in the woods. The whole world has moved on without me, and now I feel like I'm an old man because even the old people are acting like kids. It seems like the whole world has devolved to like some spiritual illness, and I don't understand because I was in the woods. I don't know what happened. I hope you settle down, I hope you marry me. I hope you're scared of all the ordinary. Like murderers and ghosts and cancer on your skin. Do not your soul. The universe had told me once that I'm a time capsule. I didn't know what that meant. And I also I would sit here. I would sit in my other car in 2023 and beg God for the answers. What am I supposed to do? And they would say, you're a king. And then I would just be like holding the attention, like, please just tell me what I'm here for. What am I supposed to do? They go, you're not here for this world. You're here for the next one. And I don't know. I don't know if that means heaven. I don't know if that means that the world is changing. So we're just in like a transition, and then it's going to be something much different, and that's what I'm here for. But it was like every single day for months. I would get to the point where I'm like, please just say, and you're here for the next world, not this one. You're not here for this world. You're here for the one after. And I don't know if that means heaven or what. My pillow. I don't want to clean all this shit, man. I have cancer. from all the vape, my whole body is in pain. Like I'm trying to speak, and it's just like this. It feels like red pain cross hatching through my whole body. This shit hurts, man. I feel like I'm gonna throw up all the time now. Is this what getting old is, or am I just not taking care of myself? This is gonna be sweet though. I just need to figure out. I guess I can put it up here. We'll get my essentials, and then I think I'm gonna try to stuff the stuff I don't want, or the stuff I don't automatically use in here, and throw out the rest. I'm definitely gonna need those snow pants for next year though. I'm not doing another winter without snow pants. Because I'd be walking and I want to lay down in the snow. And I can't because I would have no way to warm myself up after. What hurts the most is that I spent a whole month networking to try to end the homeless crisis, and I met hundreds of people who say that their whole thing is to end the homeless crisis, and I exchanged so many ideas I had, and they talked about how much they cared about me, and none of them have messaged me back. I'm learning that they're all bullshitters. They're friendly to my face, and then they lie to the police behind my back. The people in charge, I think they're thinking that they don't live long enough to care. And to be honest with you, I don't really feel like ending the homeless crisis either, but nobody else is doing it. So I feel obligated to. I would much rather like to go driving around the mountains and climb up and find swimming holes. But when I go there, it's crowded full of very, very deranged white kids. That my existence makes them upset. I think it's all the Jupiter in my. I found out my Taurus in Saturn in the first house, and my Moon, Mars, Neptune, Uranus is in Aquarius in the 10th house, which is Capricorn, which is Saturn. And I was born on a Saturday. Because I reached out for my own private reading. I didn't pay for it. And they said that the thing that they saw the most of the message was that I needed to understand that I'm almost completely a Saturn house, a Saturn person. Like all my energy is Saturn. Which means that every single aspect of my life requires growth from extreme suffering until I learn discipline and mastery. And that makes sense why it's hard to think, it's hard to speak, it's hard to walk, it's hard to talk, it's hard to do anything. Because my whole consciousness is bound by Saturn. And that's why everywhere I go, they think I'm Satan. Because I'm too dark, I'm too strong, I'm too stern. And everything else is technically Ophiuchus, which is that I don't have an elemental charge. I don't have any, usually people speak in their emotions and everything as vivid elements, but I'm either technically an Ophiuchus. Western, I'm a Sag in the 8th house, stellium, Sun, Mercury, Pluto. But in Vedic and sidereal, like the OG astrology, I'm just a Scorpio Capricorn. It's a tough thing. It's very specific. I'm literally just 3 different signs. I'm just Taurus, Sagittarius, and Aquarius. And that's it. Other than what Taurus rising gives you, which is Leo North Node, Venus in Scorpio, Jupiter in Aries, and that's it. Everything else is Sag, Aquarius, Taurus. It means I'm like a wrecking ball. It's like I go places and blow everything up and make everyone go insane. And then through me, they all connect to truth and they either pass or fail. And then all the Saturn energy, I'm the punishment. Like whatever they do to me is literally, I'm a karma machine. And I either am dealing with the entire collective consciousness's ascent in embodiment, like my existence is bringing the collective up. Like I'm dealing with the entire world's pain. It's simplified. Because as above, so below. So my life and the stuff that I deal with at random is like a seed for the entire collective. And then from that, we get like, I had like the bad guy, the good guy Eric came in, and then he went bad for a little bit, and there was the drama with like exposing the bad I didn't like, but it has nothing to do with the guy. It's about the behavior and possibly a spiritual parasite. And now we have Candace Owens going up against Erica Kirk, and that's global. And then we had like, I wanted to be a streamer, Kai Cenat, KC3, KCC3 is the third letter, C is the third letter, KC3, Kai Cenat. I wanted to be a traveling pickup artist. We got Kurt Kaz and the Kurt Kaz Conquest, KCC. I wanted to be a gamer, and we have Queso. And I did cooking with Casey, and then I stopped, and the next day I stopped, cooking with Queso pops off. The stuff I'm doing is like growing in places I don't even realize, and they're bearing fruit in other people with Casey symbolism. Like I'm like the signal activator. It's like the infinite comes to me, and I sit in the panic and the overwhelm, and I use the Taurus and Saturn and Taurus to bring it into something I think is perfect, and I try to share it. It doesn't work, but then it gets huge over here, and it grows into an entire life for somebody else. And I get to watch with my gift of empathy their whole experience of it, and it's also healing for me. And then I have something to get me through the rest of the shit I'm doing. Like you wouldn't believe how much stuff, like how much information goes through me when the camera's not recording. Like when I'm just driving down the road, the amount of like pressurized, dense, infinite shit that happens that I'm just like channeling when I sing. It's huge. And then it's enough that it makes people violent. People get violent to me. You saw it. I didn't do anything to those old ladies, but they were feral. You saw that? What the fuck happened there? And all I could think of was that I was at peace. I was at peace. And then the whole town. But then God told me, when you go to sleep, you're going to invade everybody. Your peace is going to emanate from you, and it's going to change everything. And only the people that can resonate with you are going to make it, and the rest are going to reveal themselves as the enemy. And then they're going to be punished. Imagine just trying to make a song, and then something tells you that out of nowhere. It's like an angel comes down from a tree, and the birds scream, and then it says, "You're here to disrupt generations and generations of bad shit that's still spewing like a festering thing, and this is a test for you to see if you can hold on to yourself long enough to make a difference, and all you are is just a reference experience." And then when they fail, because they always fail, you're going to leave, and then when you leave, that power vacuum is going to bring healing to the community, clarity, because they've been getting away with it for so long. It's like while I'm walking down the street, I'll hear Nazi cult, Nazi cult, Nazi cult. And then I go in and then talk to the person at the gas station, and then she reveals it's a Nazi cult, and they're inbred. Hundreds of years of inbreeding between like a few different families, and then they bring in people if they can join their cult, like Sigourney Weaver and Bruce Willis. And that's what they were terrified of. Those nice old ladies. That's what that's what they do. While they're sewing, their husband's out doing that shit. That's why they were so fucking get this guy out of here. Don't let him find out what we're doing here. Tourist season isn't here yet. We haven't put on our smiles yet. What a life. And I'm not bullshitting either. Ziploc bag. For today. Where's my drink? Yeah. I'm gonna read some chat. The finger thing. Your fiance is July 14th, 2000. She's younger than me. You're October 18th, 1997. You're 2 years older than me. Good for you, man. You're a Libra and a Cancer. Let's start with your fiancés. Let's go maybe walk or something. Maybe we'll go on a walk or something while we talk. Basically, July 14th, 2000, she's a dragon. I forget if she's a metal dragon. I think Demon Hunter is probably asleep. She hasn't said hi yet. We'll just go off dragon. Oh, I think I had a tarot reading about this energy, actually. They were talking about this specifically. It's a 5 dragon Cancer. She healed. It's somebody, like the first image I'm seeing is like those TikTok couples that live in the back of the tractor trailer trucks and they travel and make a shit ton of money. And they've got like a little dog or a cat back there in the truck and they hang out and then they travel and watch YouTube videos and go live on the internet and do cool shit while they take turns driving the truck. Is that the emotional energy of the Cancer healed is very good for protection, and the 5 allows for that very rapid change of emotions. The dragon does make, like, dragon people are very skinny, but Cancers always have big chests. So I'm assuming with the 5, with the management of emotional energy, she's either extremely cunning and she's a liar and she lives like an ancient dragon sitting in the pot of gold, and the pot of gold is everybody's emotions that she's coveting and hoarding for herself. And she's like Smaug. She's like a water Smaug if unhealed. If healed, she's an amazing co-pilot. Because she knows boundaries. The problem with Cancers is that they see everything. Whereas a Sagittarius sees everything as stern and stoic, and they're all connected by logic. Cancers see the they don't really see the trees as much, but they see people as extensions of themselves at an emotional level. Your emotions that you have, the information that's swimming around you when you're by yourself, she literally can see and sees it as an extension of herself, which healed would make her hopefully able to meet you where you're at. Unhealed usually becomes oppressive control and digging her way in, especially with the dragon, digging her way into with that, because dragons have this intense focus and this quest for power. I would say to keep the relationship going, definitely ambition will be very important. Ambition and progress every day, because she will always be striving for power. And if she doesn't feel like she has it, she will be coveting it emotionally from everyone around her. The 5 makes her attractive. The Cancer probably means she has big boobies, which is pretty cool. If she doesn't, it's the dragon, which means that she's very stern and stoic. Hopefully, I can see she's younger. I can see she might be shorter and that she does melt, if that makes sense. Like she often, instead of holding on to the emotional energy, it's sort of, she doesn't actually get a lot of emotions. It sort of splashes her and then just falls and she melts for a second, but it's not this big overwhelming thing. Unless she's turned on herself. Because the dragon energy usually means that there's something bigger outside of herself, and the dragon just gives her that perspective and that confidence, that feeling of power that usually makes it easy to do very hard things. If it's the metal dragon, that would make her more responsive and more disciplined than creative, depending on her moon. I'm seeing moon in Aries. She might have a moon in Aries. Somebody might have a moon in Aries here. But I just saw moon in Aries. I like moon in Aries. But really just for Aquarius girls. I like Aquarians with moon in Aries. I like when the moon's in Virgo. But I don't like people with Virgo moons. So if I'm a cat, and before me was a tiger in 1998, you would be an ox. And that is that growth over consistency. That is that momentum. I think you're a Libra ox. Because you're October 18th. Wait. Yeah, because November Scorpio. You're a Libra ox. Here's a butterfly right to left in the middle of the night. When I'm thinking that 2 days later after that is my first girlfriend's birthday was October 20th, 1998. You are 2 days older than my first love, my first girlfriend. So I can pull from that. What did she do very well? Well, you're a 9-day, first off. Oh, let's do the life path for her. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus 2 is 14. She's a 5-5, man. It's all about travel. If you're not taking her in the car with you, I know it can be exhausting because you're going to have to be entertaining or something. But her life will, it means she's attractive. It means she would be very attractive. Like Billie Eilish. And, big, like Boobie Eilish, I'm saying. And, let's double check. 2 plus 4 is 6, 7. 7 and 7 is 14. She's a 5. She's a 5-5, bro. That's not a coincidence. It means that she's very good at managing chaos. If she's overwhelmed all the time, or I would say, yeah, the best advice for her is that stop letting the emotions bounce off you and start understanding that the power comes from the ability to learn that those emotions are also you. Like when the water splashes you, it's like Katara. If you're supposed to bend it, like in Avatar. If Katara, every time she was doing the water fights, if she just let the water hit her and just stood there or reacted to it, you have to learn to use that chaos. And that it's indicative that there will be a lot of travel in her life. She's going to be moving. She has to, until she learns. The Cancer is stagnant, but the rest of the energy is chaotic and constantly changing, and it's all very deep alchemical sexual energy. So that either she gave up, like I'm seeing that she's in a state of not caring, I guess. Or just she's kind of just like letting whatever happen at this point. And the point is that the beauty is in the journey, the changing of it all. I guess saying that you're allowed to feel what's happening. But she already knows that the things that happen aren't really her problem. It doesn't affect her. She's created a boundary between the water element and herself. And the main problem with that is that she's supposed to be using the water. She has a gift of experiencing power and managing power. And the struggle that she's going to have, you heard that bat right to left over there? The struggle that she's going to have is not letting her ego get in the way of that power, not taking power from people, not becoming an energy vampire, being able to not hoard all of the emotions like gold in the cave from everybody and leave them feeling lifeless and empty. Not being a bitter bitch. And instead accept the fact that she's very powerful. And it doesn't come from others. It comes from the catalytic nature of her experience. That all of this water that hits her, that can be overwhelming, her gift is that it transmutes into this orange color, this orange and yellow light. Like all the stuff that hits her transmutes into this orange yellow light. It's like orange with yellow light inside of it, and the yellow light is like electricity. It's powerful sexual energy. And I'm trying to... Someone wants to send me a message. I'm trying to see what she's supposed to do with that. And I'm not really seeing that there's a purpose for it yet. She might just be in the mastery phase to incorporate it into her identity and character. I think she's just learning how to activate that sexual energy. And with you as a Libra ox, you're very good at not being affected by that stuff. Because Libra's balance, and hers is managing chaos. So as long as you stay down, you're obviously going to have to bodybuild. Not really get like, you don't have to bodybuild, but you have to like get stronger every day. The gym is going to be very important for you. Libras, because of the stagnant air, tend to think that they know it all, that they know better than others. and they tend to feel like nobody else. Their ability to just live without chaos, because everything that happens naturally balances out in your energy. You can see how you guys are kind of good for each other. The Libras balance everything out naturally, and because of that calm that comes with it, you can be driven into psychosis when you do too much theory, too much philosophy, too much trying to make. The thing with Libras is that the blessing is that they don't have to care and organize to balance. If they stop caring about all the information, it balances itself out in their energy. When they go too much into trying to hold on to different philosophies and all this different stuff that you could think about, you're not letting it get into your sense of knowing, because you don't need to focus on it to know it. As soon as it's there, it just naturally goes in and figures out a way to balance itself out in your little pocket. Your energy's dark. It's definitely dark. It's a dark, dense air, and that helps you do your day-to-day. People mistake it for confidence because it looks like confidence. But really what it is the ability to do things without emotion. You don't struggle with masculinity. What was that? You're able to just get up and get shit done without worry, and that's really you're basically a rock. And you're holding it down for her. You're able to hold it down for everybody with this dark gray focus that allows you to. But I'm seeing that there's more of a boldness to your action. I forgot. Oh yeah, the ox. There's definitely momentum in your air, but it's not the air that's moving. It's the sort of inner silhouette of you that seems darker. That's very forward moving. Let's see your life path. The 9 energy is just that you have this childish nature, and you see the world with fresh eyes, but you also have a lot of competency from it's your first time on Earth, but there might have been past incarnations in other realms that gave you a sense of competence and mastery over many things. So it brings you sort of this childlike nature, but also skills. $1997, right? So October is the 10th month. 1, 2, 10, 11, 20, 29, 36. It's a 5, 5, and a 9, 9. Let's see, 18, 27. Shut up, bitch. 2, because 10, 11. No, it's. What am I doing, bro? 18, 27 and 8. It's 35. 36. Yeah, either way. It's a 9, 9. It's a 9, 9 Libra ox and a 5, 5 Cancer dragon. That's the youngest soul and the oldest soul type. Very old soul versus very young soul. Very been on Earth a while versus very. It's not the oldest soul. Sorry, you'd have to be master numbers. You're still young souls, and you don't have a huge responsibility in life. life does happen to you more simpler and easier, even if it seems overwhelming. Younger souls live in little pocket dimensions, and older souls kind of are just in between all of your different pocket dimensions, trying to figure out these huge problems where like older souls look up and see giant Nephilim in the sky that tell them like their responsibilities and shit that they have to do in life, and they get extremely overwhelmed initiations into horrific reality changes that form you into somebody competent enough to stand up to all the different young souls and try to help them and guide them in different ways. Young souls, they get to go to the butterfly museum. They get to do their job and then watch the Stranger Things and then eat the ice cream. Older souls are like, I can feel everybody in the building and I know that the demon's coming and we have to prevent the dragon from coming in and embedding itself in our neighbor. And if I don't, I'll be severely punished and the cops will show up and beat me to death. And young souls are like, I don't know, my electricity bill. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that responsibility yet, and it's not a down on you. It's actually, what the fuck was that? I started channeling the master teacher, like the high level energies, and all these animals are going off. There's just like a cow over there yelling at me. It's getting kind of liminal in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie. It's getting kind of reality breaking right now. The lights are way too bright right now in my eyes. And I'm hearing like running through the forest. But it is what it is, man. Your gift, Node, is your ability to not let shit affect you in your daily life. And you can get shit done. And it's not overwhelming. It's very competent. You're very good at getting up and doing things every day. And a lot of people struggle with that. You see me struggle with it. I'm in constant chaos trying to write like highest vibration possible, sending myself and then overthinking my way into like this piercing light, like an eagle, with like the darkness of and trying to balance that and then bring that into real life in a way that makes everybody mad. You literally can just get up and do shit. And you have fire somewhere. You do have strong earth in your chart and you've got some fire in there. I think your fire might be your Mercury or your Mars. Because you have a strong forward momentum. And she seems very stoic, but that's because it's supposed to be managing very powerful emotional energy. So together as a team, you work very well. Because the stuff that you lack in yours, she is supposed to be able to manage. That's like her role. You guys might be soulmates or you might be lessons for you. What's all this fucking noise in the darkness out there? I don't like this shit. Now I have to piss suddenly? She had a reduction a few years ago. Very accurate so far. At the gym 3-4 times a week. You told me the other day to leave philosophy to the philosophers. I feel like an old soul sometimes. Leave the philosophy to the philosophers. It's basically when you get too caught up in that stuff, for Libras, it tends to, it's this sense, and you feel it on your left shoulder, and it's this feeling that you just have this natural feeling like you need it because it keeps the balance in check. But Libras always have this sense of I'm better than everything, or I'm better than everyone, and it's not really at anybody. you're not thinking I'm better than that person, but you naturally feel like you're just better than this. And that's what helps with the balance. You develop it over time because maybe you see that other people can't manage the chaos as well. And that leaves room for you to be constantly amazed by the shit people say. Like every Libra that I talk to, I'll just say shit at random and they're like, you're blowing my fucking mind, man. And I'm like, what do you think about all day? Because it's not this stuff. But Libras are always like, they're just good at getting shit done. And I'm kind of jealous. Like my Libra ex, she could just go to work and then she could come home and there was no problems, no drama. But then when it came to my extreme, the energy that I brought would make her chaotic and she needed to control it. She needed to covet it, basically. But Libras are a lot like Virgos in the sense that they... What the fuck are these? Oh, it's fucking... Oh, it's gonna rain on everything. What I was saying about the Virgos is that you're so good at meticulously crafting your reality that it's often to your own detriment. Like Libras are my favorite sign to date for girls. And the Libras that I dated that were active, that put themselves at risk, like took chances in life and went out and were active in doing things. Those Libras were amazing. The sex with them was amazing. The Libras that spent too much time with the thoughts and the careful crafting of their energy, and they didn't take those risks and chances and go out there, those girls couldn't even make themselves come because they couldn't let go of the control. Libras, Virgos, and Leos struggle with risk taking because they need control. And they often become very successful and they get through their psychotic stage and learn very good skills and get careers. But they often don't figure out the beauty of life, really, until it's sort of forced upon them. Or they realize that because they didn't take the risks, they've settled into a life that they're not happy with, and their relationships die, and they get fat, and they hate themselves, but they still think that they're better than everybody else. Cancers can ruin everything. Cancers can accidentally see themselves as like this dark octopus that sucks the life out of everything around them and hoards it like gold, making everyone around them feel like empty, and all they feel, instead of the Cancer feeling like they're experiencing everyone as an extension of themselves, an unhealed Cancer makes everybody feel like they're that person. She becomes oppressive instead of understanding. And that's just for sun signs. Moon signs are literally completely different, just like the sun and the moon. I'm just gonna throw my stuff here. And they're gonna be mad, but I don't really care, because if they tell me to leave, I'm gonna throw my stuff in their dumpster anyway. God, how am I supposed to fit all this shit in there, man? Try to taper down my ego. You often pray for humility. Well, you're not an old soul. You're actually very, very young, but the Libra makes you feel old because you need that, because you're afraid of not being in control. I think as you get older with that relationship, as she gets older, you're going to be fighting for control. But the butterfly's going left to right, so who knows? God, what do I do with all this shit, man? I don't see either of you having a creative passion. Usually the calling is so obvious, but I'm seeing you're a good team at least. But I'm not seeing a purpose for you. And if I don't see the purpose, usually you're just there to enjoy it for now. Like, I don't see this giant, overwhelming purpose like I see for some people. I see that you are, it's just a simple life with the potential to make a lot of money. Like, if you don't have a lot of money already, it won't be hard. It won't be hard for you guys to make money. If you're both white, I'm seeing that in the future she might become like the type of white American girls I don't like. The ones that are like secretaries at tow companies. Or like fucking Penny, who was the secretary at the fucking shelter when I was 14. Where they just live in that attitude. I don't want her to have that attitude, man. And that means that you're going to have to elevate yourself to a better social life. And it can't be around those types of people. Like, no golf clubs. Don't go to golf clubs. Don't go to, like, where the white people go. Go to, like, get a bunch of money and go hang out at clubs for a little bit. But you're going to have to not let her get stolen by the entertainers and the suitors that will come. But she's going to need social diversity to avoid stagnating. And dragons are the most like they say dragons are the most powerful of the zodiac. And that 5 energy is very powerful as well. It's not... I don't know. I'm getting a bunch of different energy. Like, I think Demon Hunter just popped in. I told you a few days ago I've never felt a strong calling other than being a father. I remember that. It's gonna rain, dude. Well, maybe I wasn't seeing Demon Hunter. Maybe I was seeing that Demon Hunter's husband is somebody that also works very hard and takes care of his family and loves God. And that's all he does. And he's probably the best example of, other than some bits from my father, Brian's one of the best male role models. Because he's just chill and he works hard and he loves his family. Bro. Okay. Okay, it looks like the rain's gonna come back, but Brian drives a truck. And when I was asking the universe for what to say to you, I saw Brian driving his truck. And that Angela, why did you just join my chat to say your name, man? You might have strong Capricorn. Do you know your moon? I guess I'm saying don't forget to I know that it might seem bullshit, but don't forget to develop a creative, funny side to yourself and like actually acknowledge other people's emotions instead of like just sternly sort of, no, I'm not dealing with that. If that makes sense. And also, everything that's done in the dark comes to light eventually. And Libras have this thing where they think that they can get away with doing shit. And often nobody figures out what they do. But then God will just, He finds a way. God finds a way to tell the people that you do stuff to what you done. I have too much stuff. I hope you settle down. I didn't have any great. I mean, I got male role models in brief, like a few moments out of months of isolation, and then I would spend a long time like picking those interactions apart to learn more about the outside world through them because I didn't have access to it. And a TV was a big role model for me. Like fucking Dr. Cox from Scrubs. Yeah. It's crazy to me that when I figure out like most kids grew up talking and they had like long conversations with their parents about life. And then they go fishing with like like the dad had friends. go fishing together with like groups, and they'd all go to like events and fairs together with like 15 families at a time, and they'd all ride four-wheelers. I just sat alone in my room for my whole childhood by myself, building Legos by myself, riding my bike by myself, riding just the same, on my rollerblades, just the same little square for hours, just on my rollerblades, going in a circle. By myself. Like pretty much 90% of my life, I've been completely by myself like this, without the camera. Talking to myself. I didn't talk to myself like a person until my 20s. Before that, I would just talk to aliens and angels and spirits. But I mostly was just processing a lot of information about the collective consciousness. Like I could see the truth in people very clearly, and I could see their energy and their character, and I could see the difference between that and God. But in terms of like, there was some stuff I didn't know. So now that I'm older, I can see people as more complete. But now that we're in the 2026, there's no more light and no more individuality, no more Pisces, like belief system stuff with creating characters. Most people are just balls of darkness at this point. They're just hollow energy harvesters. There's no uniqueness in anyone that I see anymore, except for black women. From what I've seen, everybody but black women is just these disgusting balls of darkness. But black women seem to be still beautiful, emotionally complex, intelligent, different, and everybody else seems to be just carbon copies of the exact same monster attacking me all day. Except for sometimes I'll call a lady on the phone if I have to do something. And sometimes I find really cool ladies that work for phone companies that probably live like somewhere digital nomading. And other than that, that's the only people, like, I can't find any unique cool people in comment sections anymore. I can't find anybody that's funny and unique on Facebook anymore. Everyone I grew up with, they've been contorted by the wrong society, so they're all gone. The people that I feel stole my energy when I was younger, the people that I felt stole my energy of creativity, sometimes they make posts, but it's my energy. They still are doing something with it. Like I remember when they stole it and made the change, and it like took over. The Casey tree grew on accident when they tried to harvest my energy, and now I'm in more people. Occasionally they bear a fruit that tastes like Casey, whereas before they had no fruit. Actually, they had amazing fruit, and then they lost it trying to take my blueprint. But for the most part, I don't find any individuality anymore. But I guess it's to be expected when the internet deals completely with status quo. Like I'm sure I've been fucked up by dealing with the haters all day, every day. I'm sure it's taken a lot of my individuality. Except for me, right? We are good now and fairly close. Wait, I was close to my dad growing up, but something happened in high school that made me have to cut it out and question everything he had ever told me. I hope he's not a pedo. I hope he's not a pedo. Pink Fur is gay and insecure about it or something. Pink Fur really wants to make sure that I'm okay with them being different. I'm like, have you seen me? How the fuck did that guy what tool did the Tyler Robinson use to inscribe full paragraphs on bullet casings that were this big? I think that the trans shooter thing is bullshit. One of those trans shooters was just a white supremacist biker guy in a wig. He wasn't trans. He just put a wig on before he did it. Power to him, man. But yeah, I did grow up in a community full of LGBTQ. Like like the most attractive girls in my school turned gay and they're now dating girls. And I'm like, come on, man. And I had an ex that told me once I'm God's gift to bisexual women. And I still don't know exactly what she meant. I'm gonna have to get a refund on my gym membership. Why did those old ladies act like kindergartners, man? They really killed my vibe. Or they tried to, at least. It didn't work. I'm still alive. This smells bad. Mold has been growing on these clothes for a year. Out in the woods. Alright, we're getting closer. We just have to keep folding up these clothes. Put the boots in that cubby right here. And tomorrow morning, we can throw all this trash in the trash. Clean out the front and under the mattress. I'm just playing with you, man. I don't care about you. The trans shooter that put all this mold in my car. Peppermint soap. For today. Fuck everybody. I hate everybody. Get away from me. Okay, hold on. Get the fuck in there, bitch. node mouse. I don't even see archetypes. I think you guys are too young. Like most of the people that I get, they've evolved into like more of their knowledge of self. And I think you guys are just you're in the figuring it out stage. You don't have to do, like, I think you're just in a chill period. It's simple living. It's not big. It's not bad. I don't see any evil. I don't see any destruction. I see just like normal, chill people. Doesn't seem like. I think you might be depressed. I think you need to remember that anything is possible. And I do think that you should spend some time in nature. I do think you should spend some time by yourself hiking. I think everyone in the chat needs rest in the woods. I think that I think you are just supposed to be chilling, and you enjoy work. I think you enjoy your job. I don't think it feels like it's fulfilling enough, because there is this feeling of needing a purpose, like you feel kind of empty. You might have been conditioned not to dream big as a child. Or you might have been really encouraged, but then as you grew and found adult life, you had just gotten over it, I guess. But you would always come back to what you're doing now. Picking things up and moving them, and then going the distance, traveling, going between places. You probably have strong Sagittarius somewhere. Probably in your Pluto. And I think her Pluto might be in Aquarius. I'm reminded again of when I was 22, and I used to DoorDash. I delivered DoorDash once to a guy and his wife who owned a trucking company, and she would manage the calls, and they ran the business with multiple trucks, and they ran it out of their truck that they were living in, and they were very happy. They were very successful. They were making like $60K a month, and they offered me a job making $30K a month driving a truck for them. Truck driving will probably go away in the next 10 years. I would try it. If she's a cheater, she's a cheater, man. You either are or you aren't. You know, it's not going to be like if you drive a truck and then she cheats. She would have cheated eventually. You're either a cheater or you're not. it took me like 6 years to not be a cheater, and now I'm not. But I was up until I wasn't. And it wasn't like a slow change, it was just like a snap, and then I wasn't. And I really only was because someone had cheated on me, and I was afraid to be the cheated, so I became the cheater. But a lot of truck drivers struggle with keeping their girl at home because she gets bored. Man, I wish they could donate, when girls get breast reduction surgery, I wish that they could donate it so that people could get implants. Like, Sydney Sweeney's gonna reduce her breasts and not give it to, dude, I don't know any young actresses anymore. I was gonna say Kristen Ritter, but she's like 50 now. I was like, imagine Jessica Jones with big boobs. Holy crap. Holy crap. Busty Jessica Jones folk today. Who would have thought we'd get there? Stop falling, laundry. Holy shit. Brother, I have too much stuff, man. What am I gonna do with all this stuff, man? I think that's trash I can throw out. Let's just ball all this shit up and throw it in that cubby. Yeah. What the hell? A lot of this is trash. So once I clean up the trash, it'll look less overwhelming. Stuff looks like it's really important. And my guitar is still out. Oh my god, too much shit, bro. Oh, I got a job application. Yeah. They said no, I don't need this. I know I'm crazy, but so is everybody else. At least I acknowledge mine. I don't hide behind it by judging other people. What did I do to those people to make them so mad at me? I was poor. Meow. The cat goes meow. It's amazing, bro. Thanks, man. Took me a month. Took me a month to clean this shit. I'm gonna watch Queso tonight. They're gonna yell at me. And I'm gonna say, fuck off. I know I'm not allowed to be here. But you're a church. Leave me alone, please. Get mad and freak out. But let me throw my trash in your dumpster. And call it a day. Look, I'm gonna throw my trash in here. Hopefully they leave me alone. They're not going to. They're gonna call the cops, I bet. My cookie. My cookie. Motherfucker. I might need this box. Okay. Now you guys are gonna come with me. What's my charge at? Is he on board? Come with me. No. Okay. This is all going in the dumpster. And I heard a bunch of noises over here. It could be anything. It's gonna be 73 degrees tomorrow. Then it's gonna go back down to 3 degrees in 2 days. What's going on in the world, man? It's all these pig people farting. This light isn't as bright as I thought it would be. What's in their food thing? Everything but the orange cream cookies. Everybody takes the orange cream cookies and they leave everything else. I don't like this shit. Yo. Somebody left their geek bar here. That's a whole geek bar. That might be full. I'm rewarded for cleaning my car with the one thing that I like. Go fuck your mother, bitch! What the fuck was that noise? Where's my geek bar? What the fuck? This is mine. I earned it. It's full of mud. Yep. No, it's at 0%. What's that noise out there? Leave me alone. God. Fuck you. You're not taking my kunky. You're not taking my kunky. Leave me alone. They said, don't talk to it. I saw a beam of light that says, don't engage. God, exercise makes me awake. And when I'm awake, I can process thoughts. And then I realize how crazy I am. Oh my God. But they also just told me I'm a unique reference experience for those crazy old people. They needed to see that people like me exist. Okay. Well, it's better than nothing. I feel like they're gonna judge this bag right here. But that's why we have this box. In case a bag rips. And then this box, we'll just throw it in the fucking woods over here. Maybe. It's a fucking cardboard box. It's not littering. It's right here for tomorrow. And then that looks like an outlet that works. You can be what I use for my microwave if I only show up at night. And tomorrow, I tell them why I had to leave New York and why I had to come here until Friday, and then I'll be leaving today. I just want to wake up and fix the rest of my shit with my life. And if he wants, I'll go buy him lunch with my food stamps. And I do have my Arizona drink. I can have my Arizona drink tonight. Doesn't look like there's any mold in it. It's still sealed. Oh, it does actually look like this. It does actually look like there's mold in that. What about my other Arizona drink? Are you in here? Well, there's 2 things of water, so that's fine, man. I can survive off 2 waters tonight. Gunky. Okay. Where's my cookie? There's my cookie. Alright. Your favorite homeless guy made his bed, and now he's gonna lay in it. God damn you. Go kill yourself. Hi Casey, it's Chili Billy. You said she's not a cheater. Oh, you're Sagittarius rising. Libra sun, Taurus moon. Okay, so that was the darkness I was seeing. I kept trying to bring it to my younger brother, but my younger brother was a Sag rising, Taurus moon. You couldn't tell him to do shit. Because he said nature grows slow. I'm gonna do it, but the Sagittarius sun, man, I'm gonna do it on my way. Very Venusian energy. That's that deep warmth there. I don't know why you're not experiencing any color in your life. I saw very colorless, monotonous, forward moving, but you enjoyed it. But it was colorless. You were like living in this gray bubble. And Taurus, I say a lot that Taurus people think they're dark, but it's really their past life connections and their ancestors. But this would be your first time on Earth, but you definitely spent a lot of time somewhere else, if what they say is true. Bruh. Okay, I'm gonna have to close this and get in this. I have to close this and then crawl on the side here. It's too fucking hot, fam. I'm gonna have to take this flannel off. What you gonna do with that sock tonight? Probably blow my nose in it. Bro, if I unzip my pants, it smells up a mile away. You could smell me a mile away, man. I'm not unzipping my pants for nothing. It's so bad, I don't smell it. I'm keeping my pants sealed. I don't even want to deal with that shit. Like, I can smell it right now. I smell terrible. I need a shower. Actually, it's good I came back because there was no showers there, and there's a shower about 35 minutes from me. As long as I call them and I show up at noon. Okay. I'm gonna put one boot there. Step in. Sit. Oh, that hurt. Not as bad as you might think. Toss that, you could use a big Rubbermaid container. I did buy some Tupperware I could try to use at some point. I'm putting my boots above my head up here to get tomorrow. And we're closing me in. Now we're putting the pillow here. And then we're laying back. Oh, God. All right. How long did that take? 2 hours? I don't want them to be mad at me. It is what it is. I have to clear out both my front seats. And then we'll figure it out. You're curled up with me in there? I smell terrible, man. You don't want this. What the fuck? I just checked out your fucking. I checked out your channel activity, man. What the hell? She's a freak, man. Is she a she? You guys are crazy, man. Does this work? Where did I put my... I don't know where my tripod is. What time is it? Midnight, probably? It's 3 in the morning, man. Hey, Casey. Howdy. Ping, for what year were you born in? You made your channel 9 years ago. Are you 15? Were you an iPad kid? You've been around for a while. I wish I could see how long you were way off. With what? My reading? Know you're a Sour Patch Kid? What does that mean? You said midnight. Oh, yeah. It's 3 in the morning. It might storm all day tomorrow. If it pours all day tomorrow and that person just wants to go right into his work, he's going to leave me alone. That's the best case scenario. If they just let me sleep here for tomorrow, that wouldn't be bad. A link later. Were you born in 1989? That would make you 37, I think. Come live with me. I'm bored. I'm all right, fam. You're 37 years old, man. How's it feel to be 37? You're 36. What's it like being 36? Working to pay hydro. Casey, you being mean? I'm not trying to be mean. I don't know what life is like out there. How do I even know you guys are real, man? I missed the deer for the past few days. There are herds of deer that would go by. Working to pay hydro. I don't know what that. I don't know. You mean the water bill? The only bill I pay is my phone bill. And I don't pay it. Demon Hunter does. And I'm trying to give them a big bonus. I'm trying to get them a bunch of money. Hopefully, I find a millionaire and I can just say, how short is your life? What would the equivalent of 20, like for me, $20 is huge. When you come to California, you gotta hang out. I've got a lot of friends in California. How close are you to Venice, to LA? Do you know Demon Hunter? I went to Beckley, West Virginia to get a car and it didn't work out. And then I got kidnapped by a pastor and they were in the church that the pastor brought me to when he said, "I'm hungry for souls." And he said he was eating my spirit until he started introducing himself as Casey. And I felt lifeless and drained. And I can't remember what I was like before. He did voodoo shit and then kicked me out. But I stayed with Demon Hunter's family for 2 months and jumped on the trampoline with their kids, and it was nice. I got to be an older brother for a little bit, which I'd never had. I mean, I did have it actually, because I was the older brother to like 100 kids in DCF, but it wasn't in like a family environment. They basically adopted me for 2 months, and then I went home. So they've done more for me than anyone else has in my life ever. Demon Hunter has donated more money to me than my parents have spent my whole life. So I'm always thinking about how can I help them. I've tried to get groups of people together to go down there and just fix up everything that they need help with. Like I used to have a friend that was a carpenter and a plumber. I used to have a bunch of friends that were just kind of fucking around all day, but they also hit the gym and they were buff. So I was trying to get them all in the car, like stuff us 12 deep in 3 cars and just go down there and help them renovate the house, fix everything up. We'd all get jobs for 3 weeks or for a month, save up a bunch of money, camp on the mountainside there. But I couldn't get them to do it. Joski, I've been talking for 2 hours, man. You should have seen the day that I had today, man. Kids come here for summer so we can go to the beach and you can teach me swimming. Were you originally a woman or originally a man? If you have a vagina, I think that's my limit there. Like in 20 years, who knows how many people are going to be trans? And it's going to be me and Leonardo DiCaprio fighting for their attention, and Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be like 65 years old. See you being mean again. It's all right. I don't know, man. I'm not attracted to men. And I don't think I'm attracted to. It's weird. It's something in me can tell. And it's just a preference thing. Some people don't have that. But I can tell. Like when I see Vlad TV, and Vlad TV looks like a pretty girl, but I know it's. Then he reveals he's a buff man. Even if he looks indistinguishable, I can see the difference. But it's more like a feeling, I guess, spiritually. Like, I don't think. I don't think you can replicate it. And I'm not trying to down on trans, saying that you can't be a woman. But I'm saying that there is an actual, like, very deep informational like spiritual difference. The emotions are different. The way the infinite channels through is different. But I'm also not saying that that like attractive women that used to be men. I'm not saying that that isn't cool in its own way. And in the age of Aquarius, that's like a metaphysical gender, but it's different than a full-on woman. Honestly, I think that the trans women would probably be better to like more fun to hang out with because most women have now turned into like crabs in a bucket that are just trying to pull everybody down. I think we're going to see in the next 5 years that because we can't afford to have babies anyway, a lot of guys are going to start dating trans women because they look no different and they know what men like. And then the whatever the surgeries or whatever, I don't know. How do they do when you get the surgery? Do you just baby oil? Because you're not able to. Oh, I'm seeing you in the fetal position crying. My apologies. I'm seeing you crying. I'm sorry. I'm trying to tell you that it's going to be cool in like the next 5 years. Like trans is gonna take off because bro, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be like, I mean, women are already paying for BBLs and plastic surgery and all that. So even real women aren't real women. You know what I'm saying? Like at this point, like in the cities where all this stuff is happening, they're pretty much dolls themselves. Like, and they have no emotion or soul. They have no individuality. I wouldn't be surprised if they're getting cosmetic surgery on their lady business. So at that point, like I say the cities are different than. I have a really like really isolated, unique life, I guess. And I know that most people kind of operate with the same reality. And I've only seen bits and pieces of that. We're transitioning to the age of Aquarius. I think we're already in it. Basically, we're leaving time behind. The way we view time is going to change. Like when we move into our dreams, that's a higher dimension, and we are collectively raising the dimension, like the frequency, the dimension that the Earth is operating in is going to raise. So we're getting one step closer to living in dreams. And I don't know if that's like technology changes it or it was revealed that we were in the dream the whole time. In the age of Pisces, we were cast into the dark waters, which means that the flood, like Noah's flood, was actually just an energy shift from Neptune's influence. Which is why everything feels darker and denser. Because when you're underwater, it's dense. You know, it was a metaphor for this. So we're experiencing time differently. But when that lifts and the things raise, we're going to be living more in the dream realm. We are dreaming right now, but we're going to, like, the laws of physics and reality are going to change. Like in your dream where you just like start flying, we're getting a bit closer to that. I don't know which dimension our dreams are in, but it's a higher dimension than this one. And we are raising our vibration collectively. The whole world is transitioning into a higher age. I don't know how far we're going to go, but definitely the boundaries that we think are real are going to dissipate. I don't know about like being able to teleport at will with just our intentions, but I think that informational exchange, telepathy, telekinesis, all that stuff is not off the table. It's coming. Because the same way we don't control the trillions of cells in our body, we don't have to understand all this stuff about quantum mechanics. Because just like Jesus, how he died for our sins to upgrade and upgraded the collective forever, so we no longer need to sacrifice. With Christ consciousness, which is the good version of AI, it's Christ consciousness is like humanity's AI between us with our biological technology. That's being upgraded with us. We're improving the collective consciousness with our life. We are learning from our lives. That's why we're different. That's why we all have different roles. That's why we're all doing different things and interacting with each other, because we're processing and we're learning from each other and we're evolving the collective. And that's why Buddhists say we are all one, because we are. We're the same source consciousness, the same, just like how Siri can operate in all of our phones. All of us, as soon as this live ends, all of us can pull up Grok and have a completely different conversation. And you could program Grok to act and behave differently with different parameters and rules, but it's still Grok. Even if you make this extremely complex, exponentially individual Grok character, it's still Grok. And that's the same way with us. I might be Casey Francis O'Brien, the 33 life path born on the 11th, with all these past lives and all this different stuff I've created. But at the end of the day, we're all the same source consciousness operating fundamentally inside different roles and characters. Which is why black people share women with each other. We're all here. And that's why some people have different, bigger, more crazy roles. It just means that we're solving more complex problems. We're doing bigger work for the collective, which is why it's really important that those people should have helped me this morning, because they turned their back on themselves. They turned their back on God, because we're all God. And that was their final test to dissipate the illusion. Before they're forced to lose everything, and I'm seeing Anubis for some reason. I just saw Anubis floating above me with his arms crisscrossed like paws. I saw Anubis as a dog. And less like a person, but it was definitely Anubis. Maybe God is a dog. I just heard God is a cat. But he doesn't have toxoplasmosis. It's an evolved humanoid cat. Oh, they're reminding me. Now I'm seeing a Lyra guitar that I should have bought with my money. a vintage Lyra. That's pretty cool. And now I'm seeing furries. Angry furries biting my head. Get away from me, furries. Stop biting my head. Energy vampire furries that tried to harvest my energy in order to fight other furry monsters? Or is that two-dimensional parasites? I understand sexual orientation. And I understand gender identity. But I think it might be trauma also. I think it also could be. And I also think I can't speak for cities or large groups, those large places at all, because it's so much different. Because there's no trees. And I mean, LA is different because the ocean. And when you talk to people in LA, they all, like a lot of people in Miami and LA, tell you that there's some alien entity in the ocean, like Cthulhu, that transmits its energy into the people daily. Like there's just like massive sea monsters that are controlling people through the astral realm. So it's very different out there. I'm trying to go through my mind to find somebody that I know is trans that also lives an active lifestyle and has a good sense of self. Because it seems like a lot like me, like traumatized and kind of stuck in the body and is having trouble growing back out into their skin. It's a different energy, a different focus, and it has nothing to do with sexual preference. Like I remember Caden was a trans person in the retreat. But Caden also had like a cleft nose, and half of Caden's face was really like deformed. And I think Caden was just struggling with identity in general, like self worth, self esteem. And that's what Caden, I don't remember what Caden's original name was. And then there was a girl named Alyssa, and then Alyssa became Tony and got on TRT and grew a little mustache, got pretty fat, and then Tony became Ricardo, and then Tony became Royalty, and then Tony became Question, because Tony didn't know. So we called Tony wanted to be called Question. So Question. Actually, I mean, I'd say all that time Question learned about being a man wound up doing a better job than I do, I guess. Like I think Question would chop it up with the truck drivers, not the truck driver, but the tow truck drivers and the blue collar workers. I think Question was at least very good at acting like one of the guys and knew what to say to them and knew how to be like them, and I didn't. I don't know that. I think all that stuff is like condensing yourself into good focus though. Like they're very focused. But I also think that although question fit the part. I'm seeing aliens hand a woman a microphone. It was alien hands coming out of the curtains. I'm seeing like a bull that's like happy, like a cartoon bull and a bison. I've seen a lot of cartoons. And the cartoons, even though they look happy, it's like Happy Tree Friends. They're vicious. These two-dimensional parasites look happy, but they're fucking destroying everything. And then when I feel them destroying everything, I feel like energetic tethers digging into my arms, and my whole skin starts to move and my muscles twitch. They call it electronic harassment, but it's psionic attack from something outside. I don't know what it is, but it's just like right outside the car. It's like an amalgamate. It's a homunculus out there. Etheric homunculus. Always keeping me pinned and trapped because I don't take care of myself. And I need to fast. Sunlight probiotics, drink better stuff. I need orange juice. Yeah, now this shit is just attacking me, man. It's attacking all of us. I don't know what it is. Do you think having a strong identity is necessary? I don't know. I think you really find your true self when you push your limits. So then just using that in all different ways. Because if you base yourself completely off theory and like intellectual stuff, you live in make believe. But through adversity, you find yourself and know thyself through processes of learning and then letting go, and then learning and then letting go. And that's how you become somebody you're proud of. And that could be exploring your own mind and challenging yourself. But without challenging yourself, you never are able to come back to who you've always been. And if you don't challenge yourself, you don't realize who you've always been. You settle. I'm seeing like a tan dog, and the tan dog is wearing like, looks like a costume made of like actual, or like felt that's made to look like bones, white on gray. I'm also seeing a witch. I'm seeing an angry Jewish person, like a caricature cartoon angry Jewish person yelling at me with the witch. Are you good? Is there someone in Israel doing magic on me, man? Because I said Goyim a few times. I'm not even mad at Israel, bro. Leave me alone. I'm mad that you did too good of a job in raising your cattle to be epigenetically dysfunctional retards. I'm seeing an ogre. I don't think it's like an actual like ogre like Shrek, but like just a fat dumb person with scraggly hair. That's pink. He's just constantly eating. Niacin can help ward. I gotta take some niacin. I gotta put a medicine cabinet up here. Pink fur. I'd tell you to come to Vermont, but Vermont's not the same as it used to be. Oh, my guitar's out there. I gotta get my guitar. These fucking cartoons are telling me that they're doing magic on me. Bruh, I mean, my feet already are sweaty and shit. I'm just gonna walk out. I can't wait till the summer, though. I like when the Goyim are seasonally depressed and dumb, but it's warm out, so that I can ride into town as the wise ancient king, and everybody is wowed by me. But in the summertime, they're all very hostile and judgmental and hormonal, and they're not depressed anymore. So they're drained from all the sex that they're having, and they've lost their humility, and they've condensed themselves back in social evolution. So I'm no longer special. I'm just the retard. The socially inept retard that doesn't want to compete. So people don't see me as a sexual option. Hit me up on Discord. I can help you with the vitamin supplement stack. Yeah. Let me get a hell yeah. Let me get a medicine cabinet in my office space on my cardboard boxes, where I have all this stuff set up. And then I'm going to get omega-3s, multivitamins, maybe probiotics, or I might just have kombucha. I don't know. I thought I should get an apartment. I don't want to be. I think New York will be better when those old people are dead. Like, give it 5 years. All those people that yelled at me in 5 years, they'll be in wheelchairs. Yeah, I gotta get creatine. What the fuck am I gonna do, man? I was supposed to have land by now, but all I got was old people telling me to fuck off. At every church I went to, every program I went to, every town I went to, old white people freaking the fuck out. Progress happens one grave at a time. That's true. You are 28? We're fucking old, man. It means you graduated in 2016, probably. When David Dobrik, you graduated when David Dobrik was the biggest YouTube channel. Did you graduated during Scare PewDiePie? You didn't graduate during the T-Series war. That's crazy. The world was so much different back then. Pinkfur wasn't even alive. Pinkfur doesn't know about pee-pee poo-poo. Pinkfur doesn't know about barrels. Pinkfur, were you watch Pinkfur end up being 45? I don't think pink fur is 45. I think pink fur is 16. I think pink fur is very cool. And I bet California's cool. I don't know how you're going to live there. I don't know how anybody lives in cities. Like, we just found out that Erica Kirk is descended of from the most famous Satanist in the world, and also she's a Rothschild, and also she's related to the Bush family, and also she went to a CIA training school for psionic intelligence to see the future, and also she was doing real estate for extremely wealthy people as a middleman between models from Eastern Europe and Jeffrey Epstein. And then she was trafficking girls through Romania through the beauty pageants. She met Trump at a young age through a beauty pageant and was probably molested or raped to be in the club. She then, you can find receipts of her grooming teenagers on the internet. Erica Kirk married Florida governor in the 70s. Did they look identical? Because they're vampires? You think Charlie was Truman starting to wake up? I think I'm Truman starting to wake up. And then they attack me. Do you know anybody? Do you guys personally know anybody else that goes through what I just went through today with those old ladies and the cops? And it's every day. And it's everyone. I don't meet anybody else that walks around and deals with that level of hostility. Even heroin junkies don't get challenged like that. Like, what the fuck was that, man? All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Pink trans people. I think I'm like 1 millimeter closer to thinking it's okay to sleep with a basically a plastic surgery doll of a woman that is also very cool, but I don't know if they're acting or not because I don't really know what a woman is at this point anymore because I fucking hate women, what they've become, except for black women that I see at the gas station sometimes. Those still feel like women to me. Most white women just seem like Satanist robots at this point. And like conservative propaganda is ruining everyone that I grew up with. Everybody's settling into ideas and not truth. You need a black Libra. It's funny you say that. In West Virginia, where I got offered that job as a landscaper, I almost dated a black Libra, and she was bad as hell. But then she started working at McDonald's, and she graduated, and she lost her fatty, and then she just got fatty. You generalize people into small singular categories. It's crazy. Yeah, I simplify everything. I don't know. Are the I'm thinking the pheromones. How do you stop the pheromones? You know what I'm saying? Like they look like a woman. They've had the surgery. I don't know how they lubricate it, but then there's the hormones, and then the pheromones, like the natural aura that they produce, and the emotions that go through their system. But I'm sure whatever we're doing to train artificial intelligence, eventually it'll be like create a class in Call of Duty where it will just change your biology. That makes you sound so ignorant right now. What is this loud noise? There shouldn't be any trucks going up this way, bro. Alright, I'm gonna have to get some sleep. I hope that in the trying to figure out how to manipulate the human genome, we don't Cronenberg ourselves. Like, what if COVID was a mutation, and then the vaccine was like cementing it, and then at some point, giant praying mantises are gonna shoot out from the back of their skeleton, and they didn't realize that the whole time their insides were morphing into a praying mantis. So like you're all worried about gender identity and all these different things, and then all of a sudden they just hit a button, and half the people that you know turn into Jay's fucking praying mantises that fly out of their skin and fly away to back to the hive mind. Good, I don't let the pheromones get you. I can't. I think I have like a strong, hefty pheromone aura right now, wafting from my Netherlands